Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon, and we're going to talk about the utter state of DC right now. Of course, David Zaslav chopping everything he can chop to save money at Warner Brothers Discovery. And, we did a video earlier today talking about Cartoon Network and talking about Infinity Train and how Infinity Train got gone and has been completely scrubbed apparently from the internet. But now we're going to talk about DC Comics because there has been a lot of talk about DC Comics and what the fate of DC could be. And there seems to be some movement, some rumors going on regarding the SnyderVerse being restored, regarding the fact that apparently The Flash tested very well despite Ezra Miller being a freaking train wreck. And rumors that Aquaman 2 could be in trouble. We don't know what they're going to do. Supposedly they have a 10-year plan. It doesn't feel to me like they have a 10-year plan for DC. It's kind of like whatever's going to work for now. Razzle dazzle, right? So anyway, before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, over 274,000 subs. We do talk about comics. And speaking of comics, we just launched, believe it or not, we've been talking about, just launched Crimson Wren, Volume 1 from Clownfish Studios. If you hear thunder in the background, it's a dark and stormy night. And yeah, we're doing pretty good, I guess. We've got a few $1,000s on here. Just launched it. Check it out. I'll put a link in the comments, but it is an adventure in the style of a 1980s movie, steampunk fantasy, lots of fun, a story we've been working on for many, many years. And we finally get to see it get made, thanks to you. So let's talk about this. I put a tweet out there earlier and I said, with everything that's going on in animation right now, and animation is a lot more important to Warner than comic books are. If you work for DC Comics, if you're a freelancer or an editor or work in some other capacity, I would absolutely keep your resume updated. Now, this isn't just, naysaying and doom and gloom. If you had told people 6 months ago that David Zaslav was going to come in and just cancel movies, including Batgirl, that were 95% complete or whatever, Scoob and all these other things, and yank a bunch of cartoons off of HBO Max, they would have said, nah, it's crazy. Nobody would actually do that. Well, David Zaslav does, and he's just taken the hatchet to this company. And there have been a lot of rumors and speculation that at some point the DC superheroes could just be outsourced to another publisher, and I think that is very possible because comic books don't really make a lot of money. And as we're finding out with corporate America, with companies like Warner, with companies like Disney, you can be profitable and still not be profitable enough to make them or their investors happy. And so they'll just cut you loose. Now they are soliciting for November and early December. Of course, it's business as usual over there, I guess, but we don't know what's going to happen. Zaslav is making these decisions on the fly very, very quickly. And nobody saw it coming at Cartoon Network. Nobody saw it coming with, Batgirl getting canceled, Scoob getting canceled. In fact, a lot of times people are finding out about these cancellations from the media. And a lot of it is just, rumors coming true. So let's talk about some of the rumors here. They apparently have a 10-year plan for DC. I don't know if I believe they have an actual plan. They want to tell investors they have a plan, but the DCEU is in a pretty fractured state at this point. And there are rumors that Zaslav could be bringing back the SnyderVerse. That, I don't think he's going to put Zack Snyder in charge, but at least we're going to continue these versions of the characters, except for maybe Ezra Miller. I don't know. The CEO is reportedly very happy with the upcoming Flash movie they're going to release. This is coming from Marca.com. There are changes coming for the DCEU now that Warner Brothers Discovery is under the direction of David Zaslav. Zaslav is already reshooting scenes of the new Aquaman in the Lost Kingdom, where Michael Keaton appears as Batman, but replacing him with Ben Affleck instead of the superhero. Again, this is a rumor. We're going to talk about, Cosmic Book News has an article on Aquaman, and he's supposedly not happy with it. This comes after he already canceled Batgirl, which also featured Michael Keaton as Batman. That one supposedly tested very poorly. It was an HBO Max original. It wasn't going to do well at the box office, but apparently they're going to keep Leslie Grace, I think her name's Leslie Grace, on as Batgirl. I don't know. Many say this is part of Zaslav's plan to restore the SnyderVerse. I don't know. We'll see. Ben Affleck's replacing Michael Keaton as Batman because they want to make sure that they bring the SnyderVerse back. Apparently, according to Screen Geek, there's no reason to show him before that in Aquaman Lost Kingdom. Reports state that Affleck could be replacing Keaton in the upcoming Flash movie. I do not believe that at all. The only reason people are going to go see The Flash is for Michael Keaton to return as Batman. Seems highly unlikely. The new Shazam movie trailer, we see footage of the SnyderVerse, so that could hint that Affleck remains as Batman in a rebooted version of the SnyderVerse under Zaslav. So he might keep the actors and take it in a different direction. I don't know what's going to happen. He hasn't. Now, the rumor I heard was that he was going to get, was it Greg Berlanti, who was in charge of the CW shows, to head up the DCEU. I don't think that's a very good. I don't think that's a very good idea. So here's the thing. People want to know why The Flash hasn't been canceled. So The Flash is kind of the reset button too, I guess. Potential reset button for the DCEU. But apparently the test scores are very, very good. And this is why it hasn't been axed yet. This is why they're not getting rid of Ezra Miller. I mean, literally short of Ezra Miller killing somebody, they're not getting rid of Ezra Miller. They said that Zaslav is reportedly not happy with what he's seen of Aquaman 2. But they have Ezra Miller, aka The Flash, assaulting people around the world left and right. But the movie is staying put. Zaslav is actually a big fan of The Flash. That's why there will likely be no more delays in regards to the movie. And they said the budget is almost $300 million. They're not going to burn this one down. They said The Flash is said to be one of the better DCEU movies. And there was a test screening a couple of weeks ago. And the film only enhanced Zaslav's confidence in the finished product. In fact, The Flash supposedly earned the highest test score ratings in DCEU history. So if this is, and it probably is because of Michael Keaton's Batman. If we got to be honest, it's probably Michael Keaton's Batman. But yeah, they're not going to get rid of it. It's very expensive and it's testing very, very well compared to what we've heard about Batgirl, which was, it was a disaster and nobody wanted to move forward with the movie, except for the people working on the movie. They're just like, yeah, we'll just take the L. There are supposedly cameos from Ben Affleck, Gal Gadot, and Jason Momoa. So SnyderVerse intact. There's also a CGI version of Christopher Reeve as Superman. Oh, that's pretty badass if they do that. Yeah, because supposedly the canon is that Christopher Reeve's Superman exists in the same universe as Michael Keaton's Batman, or at least they're trying to do that in the comics, I guess. I don't know. That would be awesome if they could do it and not have it look hokey. But yeah, so we got The Flash on one hand. The other hand, we got Aquaman 2. Matt McGloin over at Cosmic Book News saying that it's in trouble. Rumors offer that David Zaslav is not happy with it. The info comes from World of Real, which is what I was reading right here. In their report about how recent test screening went, regarding the potential problems with Aquaman 2, the site doesn't mention specifics other than Zaslav is not happy with what he's seen from the movie, which is currently in post-production. And even though he's not happy with it, it's not as bad as Batgirl, and he's got a lot of money. He's got a lot of money in this, but yeah, they're bringing Ben Affleck back. So who knows? I mean, they might be moving forward with the SnyderVerse, or a lighter version, I don't know, the SnyderVerse, compounded by Amber Heard troubles. Another potential issue is the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial. They saw spoilers revealed about the movie, including the head of DC Films describing the sequel as a buddy comedy starring Jason Momoa and Patrick Wilson, which seems like it's quite a bit different from the first one. And nothing's being said about Black Manta. Yeah, he was kind of set up to be the big bad in the second movie. She said her role's been cut. Rumors that it's getting a lot of reshoots. Yeah, so I don't know. I think it probably depends on who they bring in. But I mean, at this point, there's nothing off the table, when it comes to DC, and especially the comics, because they're not bringing the money in that these movies could. And Zaslav doesn't care. He doesn't care. And if he likes The Flash, he's going to release it short of Miller killing somebody. And if the comics don't make sense financially, he'll probably just outsource them or something. I don't know. Gonna wrap this one up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.